On the show today is Quality Power. We've got Mr. Bharanidharan Pandyan, the MD and CEO of Quality Power, joining us on the show. Mr. Pandyan, hi, good morning, and good to be speaking with you. You know, your subsidiary Meru has just secured an order. Before we talk about that, I want to talk about the development that we've seen in the power transformation place. The government has given 2-year allowance to 4 Chinese companies into this place. Talk to us about if that has any impact whatsoever on the company at all, given that there's now competition.
Good morning, ma'am. Thank you for having me here. I think it's a welcome move from the government to get a couple of guys with the factories in India without reducing any input localization norms, which means that more substations can be built. Component players like us who thrive on the high voltage ecosystem. If we get more substations, I think we will be able to deliver more and give a larger guidance than what we have already given up. All in all, I think getting in more high voltage transformer guys into the country is a good sign from a transmission sector. I do not think there is any negative impact because of the three companies that are participating in. TBA is a power transformer player. The other two are a GIS vendor ecosystem. We have already moved in a lot in the GIS vendor ecosystem where we are developing components. And the other is a composite insulator manufacturer. But I think largely the other three companies are morely defunct at this moment. With the TBA, will be able to help with some meaningful transfer capacity.
Understood. So at least that doesn't sound like it's going to have much impact on Indian players and particularly your company. But also shifting focus, Mr. Pandyan, your subsidiary, Meru, has just secured a 15.7 crore rupee domestic order from Hitachi Energy for 400 kV instrument transformers. How does this win fit into your broader strategy of moving up the value chain when it comes to 400 and 765 kV products? And what does the pipeline look like for these high margin GIS and instrument transformer categories?
So this was a lot of 400 kV orders have been won recently by Meru. I believe we are the market leaders at this moment at 400 kV instrument transformers in India. We are also L1 in multiple tenders in this geography. We have promised a 765 kV equipment coming in by Electrama, that is the industrial show coming in next year. I believe that would be a game changer for us when the country moves into 1050 kV, where we have an automatic approval cycle coming in. Apart from it, the GIS, I believe we should go ahead for the testing and deployment next year. We are adding a larger range of components in the GIS ecosystem. You would hear more from us in the next couple of weeks or so, where we have already made significant inroads. We are putting in factories and even test labs that has been approved. With regards to other orders, we have also won a large fax order in Japan for an arc furnace. This, I believe, is a great achievement because Japanese acceptance of Indian origin companies in critical fax projects is quite significant from a size of our company.
Okay, understood. And Mr. Pandyan, I believe you have also spoken about capacity and supply chain constraints, insulator supply chain being slightly under pressure. Has there been any change on that front? Any developments?
We have recently bought one of the largest players of insulators in the country called Win-Win Insulators with the legacy of WS. I believe in about 6 months' time, our shortages of insulators will go away. But as we speak, we are already talking to framework agreements with global multinationals in India and the US, where I believe the factory will be sold out in the next few quarters for at least a few years. I think that the demand for insulators is quite significant, and I see going in the next few years, it is going to be a bottleneck to every electrical equipment company across the world.
Oh, okay. That's something that we're going to be looking out for. Mr. Pandyan, talk to us about where your order book is. As per the latest numbers that we have, 1400 crore thereabouts is where we're looking at your order book. Can you give us what an updated number is as of the latest number?
I believe currently I'm on a silent period. I'm not able to
Okay.
divulge the information, but the first quarter has been quite low on the tendering front, primarily because the prices of equipment of raw materials were quite significant. The customers were not able to close the orders. However, I believe with the commodity prices softening a bit, we are seeing a lot more traction in customers releasing orders. We believe we will have good numbers when we report this quarter.
Okay, and we'll be looking forward to that. Mr. Pandyan, you also have an upcoming expansion plan at Sangli and Meru. Talk to us about how that will impact the second half of the financial year. If you can give us a directional guidance in terms of the kind of capacity addition or value unlocking that this creates for you.
So from the reactor factory, we are working with almost all the three largest AI players across the world. The kind of orders we are talking can fill our factories for years together. We are undergoing audits and technical, what we say, due diligence from their end. So I believe as and when we are able to operationalize the capacity in this quarter, I believe we will have some significant order intake coming in from the data center players in the US. With regards to Meru, it's an incremental command. We are having some certain shortages in certain equipments. However, we should be able to continue the guidance of about 20% that we achieved last quarter. They significantly shifted from about 8% to 20% in 1 year. And I believe that we should try to maintain for the year with the growth coming in with whatever we guided.
Okay, so that 20% number is also something that we're going to be keeping our eye out on. And you've estimated the US data center integration market for reactors to be somewhere around 1,500 crore rupees per year. And you also said that you're already booked out on deliveries. Can you give us an update on how this segment is shaping up for you? What kind of opportunities are you seeing ahead in the data center segment?
I believe with the data center is in the currently a kind of a J curve where a lot of high voltage electrical companies are ourselves understanding. To give you an idea, most of the data centers in the US started about 1 gigawatt, which is equivalent to a couple of steel factories, and moving on to almost 10 gigawatt, which is equivalent to, say, a couple of cities like Bombay. So the amount of opportunities we are seeing are quite large. Some of the opportunities, what we are seeing is about 200, $300 million a piece. This is far higher than what we dreamt of or imagined. This is something that we are working on to clear our supply chain that in the next couple of years, we should be able to deliver or cater to such customers.
Okay. And Mr. Pandyan, I believe you also have a battery energy storage and a PCS facility that's targeted for December 2026. Are you on track for that?
We are on track. I believe we will have certain few more orders that we will try to close in the next few days. That will be announced. So I think we are on track on that.
Understood. And I also believe that, I mean, I understand that you're on silent period and I appreciate the details that you've given us so far. Your converter margins, they're roughly between 10 and 12%. In the near to medium term, what could this number look like?
See, the entire factory that we built in is coming from our own in-house R&D, which means we didn't spend more than $2 million in the factory at this current moment. Whereas I believe the margins will be taken out in the first 6 months, the investments. So our intention at this moment is to grow the division significantly. I believe there is a lot of tailwinds in the sector, especially in Europe, where we are intending. At a certain point where we are comfortable with the Indian prices, I think we will also launch the product in India. This is a growth sector product for us. All the profits and the margins will be delivered by our traditional high voltage transmission business. PCS, as I told you, is again an emerging technology. I believe there is a lot more applications in data centers for grid side management from a PCS perspective. These are emerging stuff. We would like to have a significant roll call in that technology. So at this moment, it's a growth stock for us.
Okay, so that sounds good. So many metrics to be watching out for. On that note, Mr. Pandyan, thank you so much for your time. So good to be speaking with you.
Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate you having me here.
Thank you so much.